Cuckold. Cuck. It's one of the most common insults of the internet era. Infidelity elicits powerful emotions. Jealousy, embarrassment, and rage can lead to violence and murder. Even the suspicion of infidelity can be deadly. And it's not just men. Cuckqueans, or the female partners of adulterers, will also kill. But it's not always the cheater who ends up victim. Cucks slay their paramours, rivals, and their partner's family. 10 ridiculous gentlemen's duels fought over nothing. On September 26, a cuckolded New Hampshire man killed his wife's lover and forced her to decapitate him. In big trouble, Britany Barron, 31, allegedly told wildlife conservation officers, when they investigated her illegal campsite by the Maine border. The officers noticed Britany's black eye and bruises on her neck. Armando Barron, 30, used his wife's phone to lure her lover to Annette Wayside Park. When Jonathan Amerault, 25, arrived, he found Armando and Britany waiting. Armando unsuccessfully tried to get his wife to shoot Amerault, before forcing her to slash his wrists. Armando allegedly shot Amerault 3 times before forcing Britany to decapitate him, and bury his head in the woods. 1. Britany claims that Armando punched her and forced a gun in her mouth. Initially, police arrested Armando for the assault on his wife. He was later charged with capital murder. Britany faces charges of falsifying physical evidence. 2. On November 10, 2018, a 13-year-old Iowa boy discovered his mother impaled on a corn rake. The husband, Todd Mullis, 43, claimed it was a freak accident. He told authorities that his wife, Amy, 39, must have fallen on the rake. This theory fell apart when the state forensic investigator determined that Amy had been stabbed at least twice with the rake in the back. During Todd Mullis' trial, Jerry Frasher admitted he and Amy were having an affair. If Todd filed for divorce, the hog and soybean farmer could potentially lose half of his land in rural Earlville, and millions of dollars. Frasher testified, she said if he ever found out about the affair, she would disappear. 3. In September, a jury found Todd guilty of first-degree murder. Evidence of premeditation came from Todd's internet searches for killing unfaithful women and what happened to cheating spouses in historic Aztec tribes. 4. On a hot July evening in 2002, a Houston dentist ran over her cheating husband multiple times in her silver S-Class 430 Mercedes-Benz. Dubbed the Driller Killer, Clara Harris headed to the Nassau Bay Hilton on a tip from private investigators. The Colombian immigrant knew her orthodontist husband, David, had cheated on her with his receptionist, Gail Bridges, in the past. But he told her it was over. 5. When Harris discovered David and Gail exiting, she went buck wild. As Gail and David attempted to make it to her SUV, Harris slammed into David. Clara flipped the car around and hit David again. Finally, she pulled a 180 and ran over him a 3rd time. A jury convicted Harris of first-degree murder. She claimed she was only trying to damage Gail's SUV. Footage taken by Harris' private investigators helped put her away. In November 2018, Texas released Harris on parole. 6. It was the smell of decomposition. The smell of death, recalls Chief Deputy Marty Patterson. On September 6, 2014, police arrested Timothy Jones Jr. at a DUI checkpoint in Smith County, Mississippi. Inside his Escalade, they discovered a bucket of chemicals, maggots, blood, and children's clothes. 7. 3 days later, the 37-year-old software engineer confessed to murdering his 5 children. According to the killer, the discovery that his wife was having an affair with a 19-year-old boy toy caused a breakdown. Jones beat one child to death, before strangling the others, and wrapping them in plastic. He drove around with their corpses for a week, before burying them on a hillside near Camden, Alabama. Jones pled not guilty by reason of insanity. The defense claimed Jones' schizophrenia compounded with drug use and a crumbling marriage. Only July 13, 2019, it took jurors less than 2 hours to sentence Jones to death. 8. I hope your mom likes being burning alive, texted a Michigan woman before setting a fire that killed her boyfriend's mother and 2 nephews. Lansing police arrested and charged Abbieana Williams, 21, with 3 counts of first-degree murder and arson. Williams allegedly set the deadly fire because she thought her boyfriend was cheating on her. Melissa Weston, 53, and her 2 grandsons, Aston Griffin, 8, and Jesse Klein, 4, perished in the blaze. 9. Surveillance footage captures the sound of glass shattering at Weston's home around 11:24 p.m. on September 3. For the next 15 minutes, a woman is seen pacing the street in front of the house. Neighbors report that a woman, later identified as Williams, asked for a cigarette lighter. 4 minutes later, the house was on fire. Initially, investigators believed the fatal fire was accidental, before receiving a tip about Williams, who allegedly told friends of the plan. 10 incredibly offensive expressions from all over the world. In November 2019, a London man received a 17-year minimum sentence for beating his fiancée to death with a pull-up bar while she showered. Roderick Deakin, White, 38, discovered Amy Parsons, 35, was having an affair with a colleague, James Saunders. The night of the April attack, Parsons told Deakin, White, that she would be spending the evening with Saunders. In an attempt to elicit sympathy, he told her that he would commit suicide, to which she replied, "I wouldn't even come to your funeral," testified Dr. Tim Green, who conducted medical assessments of Deakin, White. He lost it and hit her with the bar. 11. Parsons confessed to friends that she was tired of Deakin, White's cross-dressing, and gave him an ultimatum. Deakin, White claims he attempted to curtail the kink, but found the behavior very soothing. Testimony revealed that Parsons told her fiancé that Saunders was more of a man than he was. 12. In November 2019, a Nigerian woman killed her cheating husband by crushing his testicles. The incident took place in Ukiri Community, Ikpoba, Oka local government area, Edo State. A heated argument ensued when the wife, known only as Iketa, accused her husband of infidelity. The husband allegedly slapped Iketa, which prompted her to latch onto his junk. The man was rushed to a hospital, where he was pronounced dead. Iketa blamed her actions on possession by the devil. 13. This is not the first case of death by manhandling. In 2017, an Indian woman killed her father-in-law by squeezing his testicles in her hand. According to the Hindustan Times, Gau Kirketa tried to intervene in a boozy blow-up about a cockfight between his son and his wife, Annie Makarya. Karya grabbed the old man's unit and refused to let go. The man died on the spot, noted police officer Ashok Kumar. 14. I'll be back, the end is here, read the blood, scrawled message complete with a pentagram over the body of a mother of 3. In July, Newark police arrived at the residence of Kayla Kemmering for a welfare check. Inside, they discovered the body of the 24-year-old mother. Kemmering's sister notified authorities when she received a text from Christian Micah Young, 24. He claimed that he killed Kayla, and did not want her 3 young children to witness the carnage. 15. Newark police used GPS data from Young's phone to apprehend him at a rest stop in Hocking County. In an interview with detectives, Young admitted to killing Kayla and sexually abusing her corpse. New Jersey prosecutors indicted Young on 1 count of aggravated murder, rape, and abuse of a corpse. steps. In an email written to the Newark Advocate, Kemmering's sister, Destiny, insists that Kayla was not cheating on young despite his accusations. 16. A Pennsylvania man confessed to killing both mothers of his children due to his belief of infidelity. On July 5, police discovered the body of Sidney Parmalee, 23, with a gunshot to the head. Devon Anderson, 25, initially claimed he went out for a smoke when he heard the gunshot. There is no evidence Parmalee wanted to commit suicide, reported Detective Thomas Stolen. The gunpowder burns of a self-inflicted shot were also absent. On July 30, Kaylee Lyons, 23, was found in the same house, also with a gunshot to the head. Anderson and Parmalee had 2 children together. Anderson and Lyons had a 14-month-old son, and she was 6 weeks pregnant at the time of her death. 17. I killed Sidney. Anderson ultimately confessed. I killed Kaylee, too. Anderson revealed that he killed Parmalee for cheating on him, and then killed Lyons because she might turn him into police. 18. In March, a Florida man killed his girlfriend and her lover after being released from prison for manslaughter. After spending a year in Osceola County Jail for failing to report to court for a DUI manslaughter charge, Kenyatta Bellamy bonded out and found that his girlfriend had moved her lover into their Davenport home. He used a hammer and knife to kill the victims, reported the Polk County Sheriff's Office. 3 days after being released, Bellamy discovered them having sex, so he lost it. After dispatching his girlfriend and her lover, Bellamy set the bedroom ablaze. The resulting 911 call alerted authorities to the homicide. 19. Bellamy has a lengthy rap sheet with arrests for armed robbery, assault, possession and sale of marijuana, larceny, and weapons charges. He now faces 2 first-degree murder counts, 1 count of attempted felony murder, 1 count of arson, and 1 count of tampering with evidence. 20. 10 people from history who just refuse to die about the author. Abraham Rehnquist is the assistant to the executive director of the Helen Harkness Flanders Folklore Society. A certified ethnomusicologist, he is currently examining the ethical implications of narcocorridos in Bad Boys, mediocre music.